Good evening and welcome to all of you for this session. Now, it is said that once you see results, it becomes an addiction. So the focus of today's workshop is on causing results. And it is my privilege to introduce a very experienced trainer, Professor C. Balaji. Professor Balaji especially requested that I do not speak much about the topic, as he would really like you to experience it firsthand. So I won't say too much about the topic, and I will just take this opportunity to introduce him to all of us. So Professor Balaji is the original creator of Causing Incredible Performance framework. He's also the co-founder and chief mentor of Atulya Performance Facilitators, an institution to forward the work of CIP in the world. After almost 30 years of experience, he has taken on partnering with people to cause incredible performance in as his life's purpose. And through his training programs, conducting workshops, coaching, mentoring, and mentoring and writing, he has played a role in individuals and teams causing incredible performance in work and non-work aspects. On reflection, he notices that he had himself caused incredible performance in some situations, which I'm sure he will share with you as we go along. Professor Balaji is a fellow of IIM Ahmedabad, and he has been in academics for 17 years, including 13 years as a faculty member of IRMA, and about 4 years as director of the Academy of HRD, and 13 years in the corporate sector. He has expertise in human resource management, behavioral science, OD, and research methods. He has taught in PhD level and MBA level programs, conducted training programs for managers and leaders, facilitated organization change interventions, conducted and guided research, published books, papers, and articles. He is eclectic and non-conventional in his work that creates new paradigms of ways of being, thinking, acting, and behaving. So without further ado and taking too much of your time, I will now hand over to Professor Balaji to take us through an experiential journey of causing results. So over to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rachna. I want to first of all welcome each and every one of you who have risked yourself to be in this workshop without knowing what is going to happen. It's going to be an experiential workshop. Thanks very much for putting yourself in this workshop. I also thank ISABS for giving me this opportunity to support you in learning about causing results. And in particular, I want to thank Sushma, who was the one who asked me to do this workshop in the first instance. So please do convey my thanks to Sushma also. I will definitely do it over a mail or WhatsApp after this workshop. Thanks a lot. I also have Nidhi, who I may ask her support depending upon if there's something technologically going wrong at my end. What is this workshop all about? This workshop is about causing results. The word to emphasize is the word causing. Let me read out from my note to my SABs about this workshop. So we have dreams, we have hope, we wish, we want, we intend, we are interested in something or other, and we are committed. We are determined, we are passionate. We have and develop competencies too. We have and acquire more resources. We act and behave. All these things are important. All said and done.
Can you be a little louder, sir?
You want me to be a little louder?
Little louder, sir.
So all these things which I said about so far, they're all very important. All said and done, results matter in life ultimately, in everything which we do. That's where we come from. Now, we can either cause results or let results happen. So let me share a a slide. And so this focus of this workshop is on the causing part of it, not so much on the results. We will touch upon something about results also. And much of what we are going to be focusing on in today's workshop comes from the causing incredible performance framework. Okay. And so I'm not going to give you much more details because it's an experiential workshop. How it will go is that you're going to be doing an online activity, and we'll do a few rounds of the same activity, but with certain modifications, and see what we can learn out of those. Okay. Is there any question, comment to make, concerns before we move? Okay. If none, can you all keep your videos on, please? That would be very helpful. And as you may know that in an experiential learning event, you are going to learn not about the activity, but something else out of doing that activity. Okay. So that's the focus. So don't get worried about whether I did this activity well, properly, and all that. Not to bother. Okay, let's start with some initial discussion from your end. I want to hear from all of you. We say I caused X something, or we say that X happened somehow. What would be the difference between these two, or differences? I can say I caused something, or I can say, okay, that happened. I don't know how.
When you say I caused, I think we are more into the ownership or accountability of what has happened. And when we say it's happened somehow, we just want to maybe not take the ownership or blame someone or some situation. That's how I see it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Brilliant. Thank you.
I see it a little different. I caused something to happen is all about me, and something cannot happen just by my intervention. There are a whole lot of things which have to come together for something to happen. So also, if we take a philosophical view, then I don't cause anything actually.
Okay. Yeah, we are not going there. And in this session, please don't raise questions about philosophy, Bhagavad Gita, and all that. Okay? We are down to day-to-day stuff. Thank you, but I really appreciate it. I get what you say.
I have a different view here. When I read this, so I took some action. I did certain things expecting certain outcome, but something else also came along, and that wasn't what was intended. So I got perhaps something additional there.
Okay.
So I see that as well.
To read that bullet, it says I caused X versus X happened somehow, not X plus something
plus
happened for me.
Okay. Okay, clear.
Yeah, while X happened, I may cause X. In the process of causing X, ABC also get caused, which is not what I intended, but it happened. Those could also come out as outcomes. The same X we are talking about.
Clear.
Okay, but I get your point. Any other?
So I caused is I initiated, and X happened is, I mean, I was part of it, but not initiated by me.
You just lead into that somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Your sleeping also happened somehow. You didn't cause yourself being in that situation. What's causing? And say I caused X. What is the meaning of the word causing?
Taking some affirmative action towards a certain whatever, that needs to be done to cause that action.
And by affirmative action, you mean?
Means something which is intentional,
Mhm.
has a plan, and the plan is followed through a certain action or a series of actions is causing in my mind.
Mhm. Got that? Any other?
But causing can
thoughts?
be inadvertent also.
Mhm. Then it happens
Causing
somehow, right?
also means some amount of responsibility.
Mhm. It
Because to
involves, but
cause
what is causing? How would you define causing?
like,
Or how do you?
effort involved in causing. No, I mean I have to exert some effort. I have to. There's a lot of this on my part.
Okay, sure.
More of actions that I take for something to happen.
Mhm.
So that is what I see as cost.
Mhm. Got that? What would that X be?
It can be
Go ahead. Go ahead. It can be.
it can be the law of karma, the cause and effect, that I'm
Oh.
aware that because of certain actions, I get this final output. Awareness
Mhm.
versus not non-awareness is
Mhm.
how I see it.
Mhm. Okay. And can some of you share what is that X? What is it that we cause or something happens? What is that X? What can be those X?
So the X is the result, the outcome.
Mm-hmm. What action?
X could be.
It could be an emotion also.
Oh, okay. You caused your excitement, you caused your anger, you caused your love, you caused your frustration. Or
Yeah.
frustration happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
Love happened. Admiration happened. Okay.
So
yeah.
Sorry, your question was what is X in this case?
What could be X?
What could be X? X could be, and as I'm speaking, I just realize it may be a very narrow way of looking at it, but some kind of a transformation from point A to point B. Now, this could be in the mind, this could be in the heart, this could be physical, and so forth. I don't know metaphysical or not, but yeah, something tangible is what is coming to my mind in my narrow definition that I'm giving.
Okay. Okay. Got that. Any one more person, and then we move to the activity.
So I see X as result, irrelevant of if it is mostly cost comes to a conclusion of negative result, like I caused this to happen, or it could be like
Content, movie shows,
If you are intentional, will you
books that
cause
you
a
read.
negative?
So
Will you intend to cause a negative result? As somebody said, it is intentional, right?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Not a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send one slide through chat. And my request to you is to download that slide. And we are going to use the same slide for a few rounds. I don't know how many rounds we are going to do. That depends upon how it goes. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Chat. Just give me a sec. Okay. I can't share from my.
You should be able to go to the file icon.
Yeah, that's what I did. Dropbox, Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, Box.
So where is it? Where is the
Microsoft
file?
SharePoint. It's in my laptop, but it's also there with Rachna.
Do you want me to share the other one?
The single slide, called count shapes. normally I get shared from my computer, right?
Yes, it's not giving the option, surprisingly.
Mm.
No.
Okay. So anyway, if you can share from that. Just send with that one slide deck, which is called count shapes.
Can the event body help Krishnan?
Yeah.
So
Krish.
you want me to help?
Roshni,
Yeah.
yes, can you please share the other one, please?
You want me to put it on the chat box?
Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah.
1 second.
The slide the file called share count shapes.
Count.
Count. Yes.
Count. Yes, please.
Yes.
Do you do that?
Yes, sir. 1 second. Just a minute, sir.
Why is it not giving access to my laptop?
I think it's directly through the internet, so we have to add it to the drive.
Nidhi, do you think you can quickly do that?
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
I'm also putting it on the drive, and whoever can do it faster. I'm just putting it on the drive. Yeah.
Whoever is the host can enable this to be updated from the system directly.
I don't think that option is available, sir. Zoom provides only this option.
No, Zoom does provide that option. It's not here. So, but anyway.
So whoever gets there first, send it to everyone. Okay, got that. Thank you. So did all of you get that?
Yes.
Okay, please download that and keep it on your device.
I haven't got it. Where from I get it?
Is that on the chat? Chat to everyone. Okay. Are you good to go?
Yes.
Okay, the activity is extraordinarily simple. You see only one slide and it has got certain shapes and various shapes and various colors against a white background. And all that you have to do is to count the number of non-white colored shapes and tell me how many you counted, and you have 3 minutes for that from the time I say start. Okay. Start.
Sorry, can you say what we have to do again?
You have to count the number of non-white colored shapes and tell me the total, what you counted at the end. And you have 3 minutes, of which 15 seconds are over. And no guesses, okay? On your screen also. I think 3 minutes is too long a time. Don't type your answers on the chat, okay? You have to shout it out.
$16.
16.
Yes, 16.
Okay.
75.
75, okay.
85 plus.
80. No plus.
85.
85.
93, I think I got.
93 you got.
91.
47. 47. You got 45 seconds more. Okay, next round I'll reduce the time. Too long. So please note down the what you counted in your notebook or someplace. Okay, time up. So, can some of you answer these questions? Did you succeed or fail? Let's do one after another. Did you succeed or did you fail?
No.
Depends on what is the criteria, isn't it?
No, you tell me that and tell me the answer to the next question. What is the basis of your reply?
I failed, sir.
You
Failed.
You failed. Okay. So what is the basis of you saying you failed?
I could not count.
You could not count. Okay.
They were so jumbled, you know.
Uh-huh.
If I count one way, then
Simpler would have been putting each of those in different slides, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you saying you did not succeed because you did not do something.
Yeah.
You did not count. You could not count.
Yeah.
Okay. Not doing something is fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Even the same feeling, I could not move. I could not do. I didn't get, and I could not see the slide. So I also have a feeling that I failed.
No, there's no feeling. Failure is not a feeling. It's an inference, right? It's a brain activity.
Right.
So did you fail or did you succeed?
Failed.
Fail. Tell me what is the basis of you saying you failed?
I could not perform the task.
You did not?
I could not perform the task.
Okay. Could not perform the task. Okay. Any other?
I think I succeeded. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. You succeeded. You think you succeeded or you succeeded?
I succeeded.
I mean, either you succeeded or it's as simple as whether you're pregnant or not.
I succeeded, yeah.
Okay, tell me what is the basis of you saying you succeeded?
As far as I recall, your question was to count the number of non-white shapes on that, and I counted a fair bit at that.
But the instruction was also let me know, right?
And I let you know.
Okay. And you counted a fair bit.
I counted
therefore
85, and that's in my consideration, significantly close to the exact number. I don't think the instruction was exact number of this, as far as I remember.
Yeah, you are correct. But you're saying you succeeded because you did a close enough job.
I succeeded because I did what was asked of, and I gave the response. Is my criteria of success.
Good. Any
I
one more
also,
answer?
I also
think,
succeeded.
Yeah.
I also succeeded.
You succeeded.
Yes.
Tell me what.
Basis is I have counted it correctly, and asked was to
report.
count and report.
Did you report?
Yes.
Okay. How do you know you counted it correctly?
That's wait and watch, but yes, need to hear from you. But yeah.
If you ask me how many pieces, how many shapes are there, I don't know. My job is to create that activity, not to do that activity, right?
That's a good one.
Really, I didn't count the number of shapes there. So I don't know. Okay, cool.
So I think I succeeded.
Okay.
I counted the number of non-white. So the reason I'm saying I succeeded is because I interpreted that as any object which is non-white is black. And I counted it as 12. So
non-white is not black.
That was how I interpreted it.
Oh, okay, okay.
So right. So according to my interpretation, non-white is black because all the other colors have some element of white in it. So I'm feeling good and successful because one, I interpreted it, and two, I counted it, and double counted it, and there were 12, and I reported it.
Got that. From all the answers which you gave for either success or failure, if you can recall those answers, what does success mean and what does failure mean to all of you? What's the meaning of success and what is the meaning of failure?
So achieving accurately what was whatever the task we are undertaking.
None of you said that. All of you said either I succeeded or you said I failed because I did something or I did not do something.
Yes.
Action.
Yep.
Doing some action or not doing some action is what you mean by success.
Yes.
If you went to write an examination, let's say you go back to your college days, school days, and you write your board exam, and on the day of result, right, you find that you succeeded or you failed, and somebody asked you, did you pass or fail? You say, I passed because I wrote the exam. Or will you say, I failed because I did not write the exam? Or I wrote the answer which I thought was the correct answer? What would be the indicator for success or failure, pass or fail? It's not what you do, right? Then what will that be?
Result. Is the result same what we wanted?
Here is a definition of success, a very simple, straightforward, clear, and always true answer. Success is achieving your goal. Failure is not achieving your goal. Hello?
Yep.
Yep.
It's not doing something. What's the difference between doing and result?
Result is the outcome.
Yeah. And when I define success as achieving your goal, what are the two data points you need to say
Goal.
whether you succeeded or failed?
Goal and where you reached.
And
where you reached.
What do you mean by where you reached?
As in the current performance level or the current
Performance
marks.
level.
Mark,
Performance level.
like it's the exam.
What is that called? What
Gap.
can you call that?
Gap between performance
there's
and
no gap.
Achieving the goal or no? Yes
Yeah,
or no?
so what data points do you need to say I achieved the goal or I did not achieve the goal?
The criteria, the numbers.
What number?
So the number of objects on that sheet, if we have counted it correctly.
Yeah, you're somewhere there. Let me define it more precisely. When we define success as achieving your goal and failure as not achieving your goal, you need two data points to say whether you succeeded or failed. One of them you said, goal. The other data point is the result which you got. You got a result and you compare that with the goal. And if the result is your goal, then you say you succeeded. And if the result is not your goal, then you say you failed. Goal is the result you want to achieve. Result is the actual outcome you got out of action. So you have a goal, you take action to achieve the goal, and that action produces some result, and you compare that result with the goal and then say whether you succeeded or not.
Correct.
Got it?
Yep.
Simple, straightforward.
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So when you said succeed or fail, when I asked you the question, did you succeed or fail? Could you have answered it either way? You did answer, I know. Were your answers correct?
There is no right or wrong to this.
No. There is no right or wrong. Hello.
We don't have the data points of goal and results.
None of all of you said succeed or fail based on, when you say what is the basis of your reply, all your replies were about action.
Yes.
But to say success or failure,
There was no goal
you
communicated.
need a goal
Yeah.
and the result, not action.
Yes.
So did you have a goal when you started?
No, the goal was not there. Yeah.
So you could not, if there is no goal, you could not even say I succeeded or failed, right?
There was a goal.
What's the goal?
The goal was to count the non-white.
That is doing the activity.
So the number of shapes which you count, wouldn't that be the goal?
Did you have it is what I'm asking.
When I started off, yes.
No, you started off and all. No, don't give me all that. Did you say when I started, I had this goal and either actually I got that result, which is a goal, or I did not?
The goal would have been if the exact number was given.
Have been all night. Did you have a goal?
I assumed.
See how much we cover up, no?
Balaji, I assumed.
You assumed what?
This is the goal.
What?
Counting.
Counting.
No,
Counting. Okay, there is something over there. The numbers
count
are
the
there.
number
I
of
need to count.
non-white colored shapes and let me know in 3 minutes was the activity which was given to you. It's like a project,
The
right?
goal, yeah. Goal was not there.
As you are sharing, I'm becoming smart inside.
So I focused on
I'll give
non-white.
you an opportunity to show your smartness in the next round.
So I focused on non-white. I focused on 3 minutes. Which one of them is the trick question?
I'm not
goal
asking
was
you what
out. I did not look at the goal at all. My mind went
That's all
to
you have to
these
say.
things.
You don't have to say anything else. I asked you, did you have a goal? You have to say, yes, I had a goal, or you say, no, I didn't have a goal. That's all. Then we can do a lot of rounds in 75 minutes.
Sir, I had a goal not to pass.
Had a goal not to pass. Okay.
I didn't make any attempt.
Okay, good. And
Why
therefore you
spoil
succeeded. But you said
spoil
you
my-
failed. But you said you failed and gave me all the story about I could not and all that. Huh?
You're right.
It could have been.
Okay. Okay. So whatever. So you can't answer the third question, right? Did you cause the success or failure? Because you can't say whether you succeeded or failed. Given that you did not have a goal, but you produce some result. Some of you produce a result of the number of shapes by some guesswork, plus and all that, about approximately very close to that and all that. Some of you actually gave me some numbers. So you can't answer the question. Third, did you cause success or failure? Because you don't know whether you succeeded or failed. So what does causing mean? We'll come to shortly. So success, I'm just going over. Success is achieving your goal, for which you need to know, you need to have a goal to start with, and you need to know the result you caused, result that came out of your actions. Okay. The results can come without your actions also. Somehow it can come. Then you did not cause. So we go to what is causing. Can one of you read what is causing?
Causing is making something happen deliberately, not letting something happen.
Okay. So go back to the earlier slide where I said I caused X and X happened somehow. And one of you said intentionally. Right? We are close to that. And what is deliberate?
Goal-directed, thoughtful, and willing.
So when you say I am causing, you have to be deliberate about that, making that happen. And what is that something in causing? Making something happen. What is that something?
Something is goal.
A goal.
Result.
The result. The result.
Okay.
Result.
And for that result, it's not somehow you do some action and some result which comes. That is not called deliberate. When I am deliberate, John Butchker, you first have a goal and you direct your actions towards that goal. So causing starts with having a goal. Without having a goal to start with, you cannot claim to be causing something. That's a very important part. And once you have set a goal, you need to be thoughtful about how to achieve that. What action should I take? What action should you take? Who should take what action to achieve the goal? As somebody said, I can't achieve my goal by myself at all. No result which I and you produce in our lives, you and I produce in our lives, came because of us individually. For everything, every result which we produced, was always somebody involved directly or indirectly. So you have to be thoughtful about what actions need to be taken to achieve my goal and who will do what action. And then you must be willing to do that. All those three components, all those three elements are required to say that it was deliberate. And that deliberation underlies cause. So are you ready to do the second round of the activity?
Yes.
Okay. So do you want to cause in the second round?
Yeah.
For you to cause, what will you start with?
The goal.
Okay, good. So each one of you, same. Put
Goal.
your goal there. Put your goal in your sheet. You don't have to announce it to anybody. Take a goal.
For the same activity?
Same activity. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the time from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. Okay. So your instruction is set a goal, and when I say set a goal, write it down in some notebook or someplace. Write it down so that you can refer to it and you can read it out when I ask you to read it next time. And instead of 3 minutes, you're going to have 2 minutes. So your instruction is set a goal, count the number of non-white colored shapes, and let me know in 2 minutes time. Your 2 minutes start now. Two minutes seem to be yawns. Nidhi, remember this, when we do this activity next time, we should give not more than 1 minute.
Sure.
I think it's because I am not doing that activity. I think it's all ages. So it's not 3 minutes, it's 2 minutes, okay? So if somebody has already succeeded or failed, you can tell me. We got 20 seconds more.
I think I've succeeded.
Okay, good. Be prepared to prove that, okay?
Me too.
Me too. You too. Okay, time up. Time up. Why are you not talking? Okay. So did you succeed or fail?
Succeed.
Succeeded.
Prove.
So
When
I
say
set
prove, it's
myself.
not like releasing, I don't trust you. I don't know what else, what other word to use.
So I
Just
set
tell me.
myself the goal that to count unique red color, fully red color shapes, and it came out to be 10.
Okay, your goal was to count unique
Red
color.
Yeah, the fully red color shape.
So your goal was what action you will do.
So I will count, and I will stick with red color,
Yeah.
and
When
I'll
you
do
say,
twice.
I got that. Those red color, etc. Unique red colors are all details.
Mm-hmm.
Your goal was count.
Yeah.
Your goal was about action, what you will do. But when you said success, how many? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Keep that in
Okay.
mind. Okay. Anybody else?
So my goal was
Yeah.
find out the number of brown shapes.
No. What was your goal?
My goal was 90.
No. Brown shapes.
Okay.
Somebody was talking about brown shapes.
Find out the number of brown shapes in the sheet.
Okay. The find out the number of brown shapes is also an action.
So when I say find out, sorry.
Find out is for action, right? Find
out
is find is a verb.
Identify.
Count is a verb. Identify is a verb.
Is a verb.
So how many of you have goals which have a verb?
Yeah.
Well, now, what's the problem there? We said success or failure is achieving your goal.
Okay.
And to say whether I succeeded or not, or failed, I need to have a goal and I need to have the result. If your goal is action, can you talk about result, which is an outcome? You're comparing apples and nuts, aren't you? You're comparing an action with outcome of the action. Can you get this?
Yeah, I think I got it. Should have been worded differently. Should not have been count. It should have been in 2 minutes, report accurate red shapes. So basically,
Report accurate red shape is again another
verb.
Another verb.
It's an action, yeah.
Can I?
Go ahead.
So I set a target for 90 shapes in 2 minutes.
You set a target of
90 shapes in 2 minutes.
Okay.
And my result was 81. So
you succeeded
I
or failed?
failed. I failed.
Good. That's brilliant. He did not say I count, etc., etc. In our head, the action is I will count. I can count all kinds of shapes. I can count certain kind of colors or certain colors, certain shapes. Those are all there. I will do that activity, action, and the result I want is 90 shapes counted. When you count shapes, the outcome will be counted shapes, right? Number of shapes counted.
True.
And you can put any number for that. So you need to set a goal. Goal is a statement of the result, outcome you want. Outcome is not action. Outcome, as it says, what comes out of action. That's called the result. So goal is an intended result. The result is the actual result of your outcome, of your action. You got this much? Hello?
Yep.
Yep.
Anybody confused?
No.
Now that I'm saying it, is it all straightforward, simple? Yes or no?
Yes.
Goal is an intended result. Isn't that a simple, straightforward answer? May I ask you, do you want to, when you wrote your board exam, you had some result in mind, right? Certain percentage of marks I'll get or something like that. Or admission into that college, that course. Married to that particular woman or a man. Goal. You didn't say I will marry. Marrying, wedding, getting married is an action. When you get married, what's the result? Hello?
Being together is the result. Getting married is the action.
Yeah, marriage is more correctly in English. I think I should ask you, what is the result of the action called getting wedded? The result of action called getting wedded. Can you all see Rajiv Singh is eating some peanuts? So Rajiv, let's take this. What is the action you're doing? You can continue to do that, no problem.
Eating peanuts.
You're eating peanuts. What is the result? I don't know about eating. Okay, what's the result of eating peanuts?
Satisfying my hunger.
I don't know about that. At least the peanut is gone into your mouth.
Right.
You did the action called pop a peanut into my mouth, and the result is peanut in my mouth.
Right.
And then you do another action called chew, and then the third action called swallow. Then the peanut, crushed peanut, goes down your gut. What is that called?
Esophagus.
Okay.
Esophagus.
And then it reaches an organ called stomach, hopefully. And depending upon how much of the empty space in your stomach the peanut which you chewed fills, you will say my hunger is satiated or not. The act of popping a peanut in your mouth produces an immediate outcome called peanut in my mouth. You got it? So your
Right.
goal statement needs to be a statement of the result you want to achieve. Okay. So now tell me, when you set a goal, your actions alter?
Please repeat.
Irrespective of how you stated your goal.
Yes.
Find out, found, blah, blah, blah. Did your actions alter from the first one?
Yes, it did.
Hello?
Yes, actions alter.
Yes.
They depend on the goal.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Can you bring your Professor Balaji? Can you bring
Balaji,
the
can you hear
screen
me?
camera? Your face is not visible. Only
Rajiv, can you
off
hear me?
faces.
I think you will just change the flap of the computer. Maybe just draw it towards your side, the flap. I think it should be okay.
Can
You're
you
only
hear
able
me?
to. Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you absolutely perfect.
You are visible also, but at times you go.
My goal is to see your face fully. Balaji, Professor Balaji, my goal is to see your face fully.
So did your actions, did the way you did that activity, did it change? Did it alter from the first round to second round?
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Yes.
Professor Balaji, I think you're not able to hear us. Can you hear us?
Can you hear?
Yes, Balaji, we can hear you, but can you
Yeah,
hear
you're answering.
us?
If you could hear. Did the way you did that activity differ from the first one to second one? Second round?
Yes. Yes.
What is the difference?
The goal was more deliberate. There was more focus.
More focus.
We were more focused, more conscious about what we were doing.
It was a
Had
different
an-
goal.
Had an end in mind.
Yeah, if any of you can get in touch with Professor Balaji, I think he's not able to hear us.
Oh yeah, now I can hear.
Okay. Perfect.
Sorry, my mistake. Yep.
Okay.
So goal was changed. So actions also were changed.
No, the goal was not changed. You first of all set a goal this time. First time you did not set a goal.
And well-defined goals.
So the point is, when you had a goal, did your actions alter or not?
They did.
What difference? When you did
More
without a goal
focused.
and when you did with a goal, what altered in the action?
More
go ahead.
focus, more deliberate and quicker.
Quicker. Okay.
Did not go all over the place.
More focused.
And quicker.
Okay. What else? What else were the
We
differences?
were well defined into one particular area where we were looking to reach, and we did not cross those borders. No, we were completely into that area.
Yeah.
And there was an end in mind. There was a milestone which was there to be achieved, and there's a measurement point for us.
So essentially, it means that when you set a goal, there is a change in the behavior or actions toward and focus towards achieving the goal. Yes or no?
But the goal should be achievable.
Well, I don't know about that. What would have been an unachievable goal here?
I may set a goal which I cannot.
What kind of goals can you have in this?
Sidhu wants to become the Chief Minister of Punjab.
Sorry?
Navjot Singh Sidhu wants to become the Chief Minister of
No,
Punjab.
I'm not. Let's be here
Sorry.
and now in this
Sorry.
activity.
Sorry.
Just because you are a sir, you don't have to talk about Navjot Singh Sidhu.
Sorry. I apologize.
Not a problem. No, not an issue. Yeah, I can take the liberties with all of this.
See, my goal can also be that I don't want to achieve any goal. I may set a goal, but I deliberately may not want to achieve it. That
Okay.
also is possible.
No. When you set, what the goal will you set?
My goal
In
will
this
be
activity, what will your goal be?
not to complete the task.
Would you have succeeded or not?
I succeeded.
Succeeded.
Yeah. Either you would have succeeded. You could only succeed. No, there's no failure there.
Yeah. But all actions have consequences.
All actions will always have a result. There is no action without any result.
That's true, very true. So some actions
You can achieve a goal, your goal, by saying that I will not count any. Number of, that's action. You can say the number of shapes I will count is equal to 0. And you can achieve that goal.
Yeah.
Will you be very proud of that?
No.
Why not? Are you interested in success or failure? Success. You succeeded. Your goal was 0 counted, and you achieved 0 counted. You succeeded, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Brilliant.
I agree with you.
And you can be proud of that. Yes or no? Okay.
I think a goal should be something which
Achievable.
something which progresses, which is progressive, which takes you towards progress.
Who said
Only
that?
then, and it should be socially relevant for us to be
Who
really.
said that? It should be towards
But
progress.
if that depends on then we are looking at an external criteria for the goal.
Possibly, only then you will have the. I'm just referring to the whether you feel pride, whether you feel proud. From that perspective. Pardon, sir?
There are people who take a goal of failing in an exam. It may be happening even today that there are people in, let's say, banks, branches.
Yeah.
They say, I don't want to be promoted. If I got promoted, I failed.
Yeah.
There are people who say that, okay, I don't want to earn more. There are people who say, I don't want to move from this place. The result is, for the next 10 years, the place of stay in the next 10 years is the same address. Even if I say, okay, now you go to a 4-bedroom flat, you would have progress. They say, no. For whatever reason. Now, get this. We have our own dogmas about what the goal should be about. Should be. That's a dogma. When we say causing and you say ownership, it's yours. You can have any goal. It's your life. That's going philosophical, right? The point is, there is no particular goal to have. It's a dogma. What kind of goals can you have in this activity? We are going to go to the next round. What kind of goals can you have in this? Shout out some possibilities.
Count only the round shapes.
So you can count only the round shapes. So your goal can be stated as number of circular shapes counted.
Yeah.
Okay. What other goals can you have?
Number of 6-sided stars for a Christmas
So you
tree.
can have goals about colors. You can have goals about shapes.
Numbers.
What else? Number of this shape counted, number of this color counted. What others? What other goals
Total
can
number.
you have? Total number. No, total number you don't know, right?
How many shapes
There's
are
nothing like
overlapping?
total.
The different shades.
Yeah, you can have more than one color, more than one shape. You can say the total number of red and green.
How many shapes are overlapping?
Hexagonal and L.
Yeah.
Those are all matters. So these are all about shapes or colors. What else can you have as goal?
The shapes I don't want to count, like Kirpal said.
That's a horrible thing. for you to ignore a shape, you should first of all find the shape, right?
Find the shape, yes.
You can't be blind to a shape. You can't say number of hexagons not counted. How can you find out how many you did not count unless you count that which you did not count? What other goals can you have? What other kinds of goals can you have?
How can you use these shapes in a
No, you are not going to.
collage?
No, that is a different
Add some
activity.
shapes. Add some shapes to it.
This collage, etc., is a different activity. In this activity, what you can have? Yeah, go ahead.
Add some shapes to the.
No, you can't add shapes. You have to do this activity only.
How many
You can't
shapes?
change the project which the customer has given, right?
How many shapes are overlapping?
Okay, you can count the number of overlapping shapes. Yeah.
How many
What
shapes
else?
are outside the border of the white color or the whiteboard? There are some.
3D and 2D shapes.
Yeah, you can count the number of 3D shape, the number of dimensions. Okay, very good. What else can you have?
How many clusters are they in?
Okay. What do you mean by how many clusters they are in?
So there are some which are, together. So how many of the clusters can we count?
By clusters, you mean overlapping?
Together.
Yes, actually. Yeah.
How many shapes have
There could be
different
some
borders?
other definition of cluster also.
How many
There is no cluster there. You have to make the cluster, right?
Correct. Yes.
Then there is no goal. That's a part of the activity. Okay.
Activity.
Yeah,
how
go
many
ahead,
have
please.
different border colors? How many
Okay,
shapes have different border colors?
Okay. Any other? Can somebody think out of the box now?
Number of unique shapes.
Okay. So whatever goal you had,
Same size.
unless there was somebody who was saying that he's getting smart, right? So you need to have that goal clear. Let me see if my slide shows up. Slides are not moving. Okay. Would you know whether you succeeded or not if you had your goal vague?
No.
How to make a goal clear?
Define the goal. Set
How
the
do you
goal.
define? Give me a clear goal in this activity. An example.
Count only the number of triangles.
That is action. Count the number
Goal
of.
is to count the number of
No,
triangles.
goal is not to do that action. By doing that action, what is the result?
How many triangles are there? No, that's also an
I will count 10 triangles from the picture. Is that a goal?
When you count 10 triangles, what will be the result? When Sanjeev popped up a peanut in his mouth, what was the result?
He popped a peanut in his mouth.
No, that is
The
action.
peanut went to his mouth.
The peanut in the mouth.
Yeah.
So when you count 10 shapes, what will be the result?
10 shapes.
If you want
10 shapes.
Yeah. Put this. Number of shapes counted, number of triangles counted, number of red ones counted, number of octagonal ones counted, number of stars counted, blah, blah, blah. So that's how you state a goal. Okay. When you state a goal, state the intended result, not the action. You got it? So now
Sir,
let's do, yeah.
Can I try, sir? Can I?
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I'm in travel. I couldn't do the activity, but something comes to my mind. Can the goal be like build a pyramid using this structure?
You can have that. Only problem is build a pyramid is an action.
Okay,
and
sir.
second, that is not this activity.
Okay, sir.
I mean, your customer gives you your project. You go and do some other project. How does it work?
Okay. Right.
This is not an activity about creative use of shapes, yeah. This activity is about counting shapes. Okay. Can you state a clearer goal now? We'll do one more round.
Okay. So Balaji, if I may just interrupt you for a minute, we have 10 more minutes to go.
Yes. Yeah.
So just a reminder, and there may be some questions as well. So
okay, let's then
just be mindful of that. Thank you.
Okay. No,
yes, thank you.
Stop. There's no particular number of rounds to go. So what did you learn about causing in this so far? If there are takeaways, I learned that about causing. I learned that what all? Can you quickly say?
Willingly doing something.
Willingly
deliberately doing something.
Causing means deliberately. You say that. You complete this sentence using this sentence, right? I learned that.
I learned that I should have a goal.
I learned that I should have a goal to cause. Okay.
To cause.
Yeah.
I learned that the goal is not the same as action.
Very good. Okay.
Hi, Professor Balaji. This is Shruti.
Yes, Shruti.
I think in this few moments, I can state very differently what I learned.
Yeah, go ahead. I learned that.
I learned that I'd been beating myself up for not being a success. That I had been beating myself up for not being a success.
Oh, okay.
But I'm indeed very successful because all the goals that I have given myself in the last few years, which didn't seem to be goals enough in some societal context, I have achieved all of them. So I'm a success.
Yeah. And it's your life. You can have any goal. Thank you for sharing that. That's very authentic.
And just to share, I worked 17 years and then I took a pause for various reasons. And one of the goals I had, which just, it just comes home, was a question: why am I the way I am? And it was a path of self-discovery. And, like I want to be other things, all that I had not experienced in life. I want to be a best baker. I want to be best. So from a maddening corporate life, none of these seemed goal enough. And I think I've done very well.
Yeah. And still you are beating yourself up. Maybe you did not have this definition of success because of which you are beating up. Or you think that reflecting back, those goals were like, I will count 0 shapes, too low. In our CIP, we're causing incredible performance work. There is some, without applying the causing incredible performance framework, people will produce some result. And by applying that framework, people produce anywhere from 2x to 10x in 3 months' time. There are 500 such examples in the world of application of CIP.
Sorry, Professor, could you repeat what framework you said?
Causing incredible performance framework, which is what Nidhi and I work on. So people produce, they take up a goal which is called, which is an incredible goal, unbelievable goal, and achieve that. If the unbelievable goals are 2x, 10x, depending upon the context, what they want to do and not. So Shruti, right? Who shared that?
That's right.
Think about whether you may be beating up because you did not think this is what success is, like the way I define, or maybe your goals were too low for your standard. Okay. Anybody else? What else? What do you like? I learned that.
So
I
go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I learned that how I should start defining goals before calling myself success or failure.
I learned that. Complete that sentence. I learned that.
I learned that I should start defining my goals very clearly instead of just naming myself success or failure based on actions. So that is the major takeaway.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I learned that. Yeah.
I'll go next.
Yes.
I learned that goals change behavior.
Mhm.
The sharper the goal, the more the inflection or change in behavior.
Yeah.
That's was one thing, and I'm thinking of an area or two in life where I want to apply this. Second, you set your goals. Theoretically, I think I've known this for a very long time, but it registered for some reason very well during this conversation. I don't think it registered. It was just cognitive earlier. And third, what goal to have is a dogma at the end of the day. And
I should have this goal only, or these kinds of goals only. I should not have these kinds of goals.
So, and you know what strikes me is that I've been training and facilitating and talking about goals for a long time, and I thought I knew it.
Yeah.
But this is a new dimension to it, and thank you for that, Professor.
You're most welcome. The only thing I want to say about when I say dogmas, the kind of goals you set, ensure that they are legal, moral, and ethical.
Yeah.
When I said you can set any kind of a goal, don't find my residential address and have a goal of Balaji killed in the next 20 days. That would be illegal. It may be very ethical and moral, but it will be illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Professor,
One more? Yes.
I have one question.
Yes.
The question is that my achievement, my goal, I may have a goal, but I can achieve only if somebody else, the other parties, some other party collaborates with me.
Yeah.
If that fellow is not,
sure. And you cause that collaboration, not let that collaboration happen.
Okay. Good point.
And in causing incredible performance framework, we call that rally others. Rally others is a bunch of actions you do to get those collaborations done.
Because it is in my interest only.
And your interest is to achieve your goal.
Yeah, very true.
Then you are task focused, you are result focused.
Hmm.
If your goal is to be goody-goody, you are not result focused, you are relationship focused.
Right.
And you're willing to sacrifice your goal for that goody-goody relationship.
Yeah.
And people who are result focused are not all that relationship.
Goody. They are not.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, any more questions? I think we have time for one more question, possibly.
Just a request, please share your email ID in the chat before we depart.
I'm about to do that. I'm about to do that.
Just did that, Balaji.
You did that?
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's in the chat. Yeah.
You're so nice. You can also put my phone number.
Sure. I'll do that. Yeah.
So
for your goal that you said, Professor Balaji, you have given us phone number and email.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Are there any other questions to Professor Balaji? Because we are just about.
So 30 more seconds. So my request to you and invitation to every one of you is you're most welcome to write to me over the mail. You can also talk to me over phone. Only thing is, you want to talk to me over phone, you can WhatsApp a message to schedule a call and put your name and that you are in this workshop. Then we can have mutual time to talk. Yeah, you're most welcome.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much
a lot.
again.
Thank you very much.
Great
Thank
session.
you.
Thank you.
So
All right.
so if nobody has any questions, I'd like to thank all of you, and I'd also like to thank Professor Balaji and Nidhi for a very, very interesting and interactive session. So just to wind up, what we really learned was the difference between causing and happening. That was my first takeaway, Professor Balaji. How to differentiate between causing something and something happening, and of course how we define success. And it is not something that we do, but that the goal is the result of what we want to achieve. So I think, and that causing is very deliberate. It is goal directed. It is thoughtful. I think some of you shared how the activity 2 was different from activity 1. It was more focused. It was more purposeful. So I think, and it was more willing, because we set a goal and then we tried to achieve that goal. So thank you.
Rachna, may I just take one small minute, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So I asked you, what is the difference between causing and letting something happen? When you cause, that is, make something happen deliberately, along with all that you said, I want to just list out the following. You feel empowered. You are in control of your life. You are in control of your life. You feel empowered. You produce results repeatedly. You can produce those results repeatedly. If I don't know how that result came, I can't produce results repeatedly. And actually, when you can cause results which are astonishingly higher than what you think you can. And finally, when you cause, you are left with immense amount of joy. That's all.